Alright, so this is Norman and Logan, but only Norman's going to be doing the training. Logan, come on, back. Norman is about a year old. Mom was a boxer, Dad, they think, was a plot hound. What I'm going to do is basically just demonstrating what I'm expecting the dogs to be able to do in the thesis. So first of all, I want to load the clicker, so every time I click, I want him to be expecting to get a treat, so that the click means reward to him. So what I'm going to do is just click and then drop a treat on the floor. I know he's associated the click with getting food, when instead of looking at me, he's going to be searching the floor to find the treat that he should be receiving. So here we go. So what I'm going to do in the next click is I'm going to drop it, then I'm going to wait a couple seconds and see if he searches the floor for it. So this one. And exactly, so what he did there is he heard the click and then he started looking around for it. So now that I know that for him, click means I have a treat somewhere. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start waiting for him to do something, like sit, and then he gets the treat. So he's going to learn, if I want that piece of food, I have to sit for it. So I'm not going to lure him or anything, I'm just going to wait for him to offer this behavior. It's a very familiar command for him. It's pretty much like a default behavior, so he wants the treat, he's going to figure out what he has to do to get it, and he's just going to sit for it. So notice again, I'm not asking him to do anything, I'm not saying sit. What I'm trying to train right now is that if you want something, to politely ask for it, you're just going to be sitting. I'm also trying to drop the treat in such a way that in order to get it, he has to get up, so that we have an automatic reset. And of course that one doesn't work. Alright, so now that he has the sit for X, great. What I'm going to start doing is I'm going to bring out his food dish, and instead of putting down the food dish right away, I'm just going to wait for him to sit, and then he gets a click, and then I put the food dish down. And in the food dish there's a couple pieces of kibble, so that will be his reward. So introduce the food dish. And there we go. Norman is a very slow eater. So he's done, so I'm going to take it back. I'm going to drop some more kibble on it. Pick it up and repeat. Come. Go ahead. Over. Good boy. So the people that are going to be involved in this is just a great way for them to practice this instead of giving them the dinner all at once. Just do it in installments and wait for a sit each time. Alright, so we also want the dogs to be able to sit when we want to take them outside, which is also going to be part of this in week 2. So what I'm going to do is just pick up his leash. I'm going to wait for him to sit. Once he sits, I'm going to snap on the leash and then give him a treat for it. There goes the leash. Here comes his treat. Good boy. Good boy. So now I'm going to toss a treat to get him to reset. So now I have the leash. Hook the leash on. Give him the treat. Good job. So basically in week 2 what we're going to be asking them to do is just sit for something. So that they learn, besides just when they hear the click that they get a treat for it, we want them to start to sit for everything that they want so that we have calmer dogs and we don't have this jumping, this barking, this excitement sort of thing. So what I also want to teach the dogs is to target something. Now this is something that's completely new to Norman. He does know touch, but he knows that to be touching a hand. So what I'm going to do now is we're going to have him touch this pencil target. So I'm just going to rub a treat on the end of it, a nice really smelling one, so that it smells like food. And then he's going to be more likely to touch it because it's got that smell to it. And I'm just going to hold it out in front of him as soon as his nose hits the pencil, click and treat. Get myself set up here. Alright. And of course the pencil smells better than the Charlie Bear. Boy. So he's starting to reach his nose out a little bit to touch the pencil, so that we know now that he's starting to understand that I have to touch my nose to the end of that to get a treat. So once they've established that in order to get the treat they have to touch, not bite, the pencil, we're going to start making it harder. So I'm going to make him get up and walk a little bit to it. I can also introduce a command for this. So he already knows touch, so what I'm going to say is target, target, away. So that this way he knows the difference. Target, away. Here. Logan, over. Away. Target. Here. Logan, over. Target. 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 Good boy, Smokey. Come on, over. Boy, steady. Target. Norman, target. Boy. Logan, over. Stay. Norman, target. 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 So he's doing really nicely, touching his nose to the end of it when I say target. I'm going to just refresh the smell. Target. Logan, over. Over. Norman. Logan. target. So I'm going to try something a little bit more hard. So I'm going to raise it in the air and see if he can touch it. Target. Good job. So Logan's getting a little jealous. Over. Norman, target. Good boy. Norman, target. Target. Good boy. Target. Norman, target. Good job. Target. Norman, target. Good boy. So that's basically it.